Now here's some marriage material for you. I was at Education Week with my wife, and Dr. Charles Becker got up and wrote those 3 words on the blackboard and changed my marriage. And he said, so often when we're first married, we appreciate something our spouse does for us. But over time, if we're not careful, what we have first appreciated, we start to expect. And he said, then if we're not careful, what at first we expect, we start to demand. You know, we get Archie Bunker, where's my dinner type of a thing. And my wife and I decided that day, let's try to really stay on appreciate if we can. And never get to expect or demand. An interesting thing was, I had only thought of this for marriage, and now it's really fun to share with our children. And to talk about with them, about appreciating what their parents do for them, what their siblings do for them, not expecting or demanding. Well, one day, somebody called me, hey, would you come and speak in Southern California or something? And you know, it always sounds really fun until the alarm rings at 4:30 in the morning so that you can go catch that Southwest flight, you know, right? And so I'm walking to the shower at 4:30 in the morning, and Kim has put a note on the shower. And she didn't know this would become part of the talk. And I wish she was here tonight. We had some struggles trying to get everything together tonight. But this is what was on the shower door. Good morning, love. I just hope you know how much I love you and how much what's the word? Appreciate these heroic lengths you go to provide for us. Please be careful today. Kisses, kisses, love, Kim. And you can't see this very well, but there are lip prints here. And my mood completely changed. Kim could have written me a note and reminded me to work on any one of my faults that day that she knows all about. But she actually said she appreciated it and called me a hero. I think that's clearly pointed out in line 5. And instead of thinking of coming home to somebody who's frustrated and mad that I'm gone, I got to come home to a hero's welcome. Now, this is not rocket science. I mean, this is very simple. That's not expensive. Look at the stationery. It's not an expensive idea either. How often do we think something nice about our spouse, but it doesn't come those couple of extra inches and come out of our mouth? Or is written down? And this is so easy. And the thoughts are in there if we can just let them come out. I shared this at Education Week, and a woman came up to me and said, I hope you don't mind, but I plagiarized your wife. And I texted almost those same words to my husband. And she said, he texted me back and said, that is the nicest thing you've ever said to me. I wasn't quite sure how to react to that. Really? It is? But she said that he said, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. You brought me to tears. And I was like, do it again, right? Let's stay on appreciate. Never get to expect or to demand. What a great idea. So I was on a cruise. I'm going to embarrass the Schaubs here for a minute, because I know they know this story about them, but I don't know if they've ever heard me tell it. So is that all right? Sorry, Ken. But so we went to the Mediterranean with Ken and Donna, and there was a small group. It was smaller than this, wouldn't you say, Diane? 25 people, right? But it was quality, not quantity.
Yes. Like tonight.
I brought the average down, but the others. Anyway. So the first day when we're all introducing everybody, delightful Donna over here gets up and says, I love traveling with Ken. This is so much fun to be with him. We are so glad to be here. I just love being with Ken. Thank you. Sits down. The next time anybody had a chance to talk, there was Donna again. I love traveling with Ken. It's just so much fun to be with Ken, and I'm so happy to be here with him on this trip. Thank you. Sits down. The next time Donna got up, true story. Watch the movie in heaven. I love traveling with Ken. It is so much fun. And now some of the husbands, including me, are like, who is this guy? What's the big deal about Ken? Is he really all that delightful? I thought I'm going to hang out with Ken tomorrow and see he's all that delightful. And I discovered that he was a retired Marine artillery officer. Marine? I don't want to get the branch of service wrong. The Marine artillery officer, we all know how delightful they are. I thought, yeah, he's a pretty delightful guy. Is he doing that because his wife says that, or because he's naturally delightful? And the answer is, who cares? It works. Right? And I thought, I wonder if Kim would ever say that sort of thing about me. And I started thinking about, and a cruise, there can be some stress on a cruise. Go on one and watch the married couples. Watch. It's entertaining. We have different ideas about shopping. My idea is if they say be on the ship at 4, I'm in line at 3:30. Kim is still shopping at 3:58, right? I mean, the ship's out there. She's like, oh, calm down, I'll be there in a minute, right? I know I'm like, right? And I decided I might not be very fun to be with. And it's a very interesting question to ask, but we have a little marriage book at home that we love, and one of the questions that this marriage counselor says to ask is, what is it like being married to me? If I were married to me, would I be enjoying it? You know? And I thought, I need to be more delightful. So because of Ken and Donna, mostly Donna I should say, I gave Kim a present that year called John 2.0 by I.B. Delightful. That was and I told her I was going to try and just be more fun to be with. And to really think that, is she glad when I come home from work? And if both of us can get thinking that way, it has made a huge difference. You two have made a huge difference in our marriage. And I've shared this with tons of people. It's all because Donna couldn't stop talking about Ken. Right? Well, look at him, she says. See? So I wanted to share that with you, and thank you for that, because I've taught lots of people that, and both Kim and I have decided, hey, I'm just going to be delightful. I'm just going to try and be fun to be with, and make an effort. You know what? When we really decide to, we really can, and it's worked for us. I just think there's a lifetime of goodness etched into that face, wouldn't you say? And if you've ever heard her speak, she's downright funny, too. She's witty. She's delightful, you might say. And notice what she says. We have a great responsibility to our husbands. I know it's hard to believe, but almost before you can turn around, the children will be gone and you will be alone with him. Wee, 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 wee. Right? I remember I was in a testimony meeting and a woman got up, my husband just retired and all he does is follow me around the house. You know? And half the audience laughed like he did. And notice what she says next. He said, you had better be sure you are developing the kind of friendship that will be, what's the word? Delightful and enduring. Let the children learn from your attitude that he is important. I think the last part was my favorite. Encourage him. Be kind. It is a rough world. And he, like everyone else, is fighting to survive. Be cheerful. Don't be a whiner.